What's going on, everyone? Hope you're having a good day. So today we're going to take the Tundra on a little MPG test. We've had the supercharger for 17 months, so we're going to see if the number has improved a little bit. But one thing we're going to do a little differently is we are going to use the PSI suggested by BF Goodrich. Now, after a little communication with BF Goodrich back and forth about my KO2s, a little information exchange, they were able to give me a number that I should be running my tires at, which is 45 PSI all the way around. Now, I've been running my tires between 35 and 40 the whole time of ownership, so we're going to see if the tires being at 45 PSI actually helps the MPG over this just about 170 mile trip. Now, one thing you want to do before you go on any road trip, especially a long highway trip, is you want to make sure you check everything and make sure everything is secure. And you want to have a lot of bird poop all over your vehicle for good luck. I'm sorry about the wind, there is a lot of it. So obviously we check the PSI. If you're somebody who installs modifications on your vehicle, you want to just go around and make sure everything is secure so you don't have any issues. You want to go up front to the truck and check all your fluids, make sure you're good to go. And one more thing, always check your tonneau cover. I've actually seen trucks on the road have their tonneau cover fly off at highway speeds. Now, obviously this thing is strapped down good, but if you're someone who needs to fold this up and have the tonneau cover up here so you have a little bit of bed that you need to put storage in or whatever, make sure you check it and it's secure 100%.
Okay, we have arrived at our destination. Before we go over the MPG results, I just want to talk about the truck a little bit, how the trip was, how do I feel after said trip. I gotta be honest, I am the proudest owner after a road trip like I just went on. This truck is so solid, absolutely solid, no creaks, no issues, rides really well on the highway. Just a proud owner, very happy with the truck overall. I really have no cons. Now, let's talk about the tire pressure. So, in the beginning of the video, which to me was hours ago, so excuse me for that, but in the beginning of the video, we talked about how we filled up the tires with 45 PSI, as per the suggestion of BF Goodrich, who makes the tire, of course. And I feel like the truck drove a little bit different. On straightaways with no one around it, it actually rode really well. It was just very stable. Everything was really nice about going straight down a highway with no one around you. When there were vehicles around you, I felt like the truck skated around a lot more on the road. In NASCAR, they call it side drafting. So if you have a car to your side, you kind of feel the turbulence from the car. If you were around a big rig, you felt it a lot more than usual. I've been running 35 PSI, between 35 and 40, and at that point, the truck felt more planted into the road, where you didn't have a lot of turbulence like I just dealt with right there. But when there was no one around, the thing flew down the highway, and it felt great. You weren't bouncing all over the place. Everything felt fantastic when there was no one around you. I mean, it wasn't crazy. You weren't like steering all over the place, but you could definitely feel it in the steering wheel that you had turbulence going on. But 45 PSI was not bad at all. So without further ado, let's go over the results as far as gas mileage goes. So last time we did a video, we got 15.8 MPG pump to pump calculation. This time We rode 169.3 miles, and when I got to the pump, I filled up with 11.036 gallons. Okay, and we did the same TFL truck style where you let the pump go, and when it stops, you wait 30 seconds and you grip the handle one more time until it stops again. So 169.3 divided by 11.036, 15.34. So we lost like 0.4 MPG, pretty much the same idea. And yeah, I mean, this is just what the truck is. And there's going to be another part to this video that happens right now. We're going to step outside the truck. It's not windy. It's 65 degrees in Pocono right now. So let's talk a little bit about MPG expectations for the truck. Before we get out there, one more time, 15.34 MPG, 169.3 mile trip. So one of the reoccurring questions from all Tundra owners and people who want to own the Tundra is, how do I get better gas mileage out of my truck? Some people want to know, if I put a dual exhaust on, will it help? If I put a cold air intake on, will it help? If I use a tuner, will it help? There really is no 100% guaranteed answer that will get you better gas mileage. There are smart things you can do as an owner for your truck. I have a little cheat sheet here that I wrote earlier today. Things like this: proper PSI in your tires. Always make sure your tires are filled correctly. Get tires that fit your needs. Okay, I don't care about MPG. That's why I have aggressive BFG KO2s. They're all-terrain tires, but they got a lot of tread on them. They're probably not the best for MPG. But you know, get the tires that fit your needs. If the thing's going to be on the highway, if you're going to go to and from daily driver style with it, get some roadworthy tires for it. Tune-ups. Make sure the truck is properly maintained. Get your tune-ups. I'm sorry about the wind. Get your tune-ups when need be. Things like that. Proper maintenance is key when it comes to that. Driving habits. Driving habits are big. All of a sudden a storm is coming in. I apologize if you can't hear me. I'll talk louder. Driving habits. You know, don't put the pedal to the metal every 5 minutes when you're on the highway. Kind of cruise. Take your time. Use cruise control. That'll help along the way. Every little bit helps. Wheel and tire weight is another big thing. If you have massive there you go. I dropped here, but we're going to keep going. If you have massive off-road tires and big heavy wheels and a lift, you know, that's going to hurt you a little bit. Alignments. Make sure your front end is aligned. Those are little things that may help you at the gas pump. But don't forget, the advertised MPG for this truck is 13 city, 17 highway, and 15 combined. If you could get yourself around between 15 and 17, you're in good shape. There are other trucks out there that say they get great gas mileage, and maybe they do. A lot of them do. But you get what you get, and you got to know what you're buying before you spend all the money. So research is key. Okay, I hop back in the truck because out of nowhere, wind kicked up, and I don't want the camera falling all over the place, and I want you guys to be able to hear me. So in closing, 15.34 MPG for the Tundra. I'm not mad about that at all. The thing has a supercharger on it that gives it a ton more horsepower and a lot more torque. I can't be too mad at, you know, with the aggressive tires and the lift and everything in the supercharger, still getting 15.34. Like we just said outside, advertised 13 city, 17 highway, 15 combined. So with a supercharger that adds horsepower and torque, I could still get it right in the middle at 15.34. I'm not mad. Note this too, we did come up into the mountains. So I could probably even get it better on the way down, but we'll leave it as it is for now. Maybe one time soon we'll do a going home trip, and we'll see if that helps the gas mileage at all too. But let me know what you think. 15.34, what are your thoughts? Can't wait to hear from you. And once again, if you're looking for better gas mileage, aim to do the little things before you spend all that money. Once again, proper PSI, proper maintenance, things like that. Buying the tires that fit your needs as an owner. I like mud tires, I like all-terrain tires, but I work like 5 minutes from my house. If you're someone who works far away and you're driving the truck to and from, you're a construction worker, you're always out in it, going all over the place, you may want to consider a more roadworthy tire. But if you have any questions, comments, let me know. Twitter and Instagram at TundraDude34, TundraDude34@gmail.com. Have a fantastic Friday evening.
Supercharge, activate!
That's the car.